In this video, I want to talk about how to keep your social media marketing agency clients for longer. So basically how to have a low churn. You want to onboard a lot of new clients and keep them for a long time. That's going to help you to have less stress, make more money, have more fun, and produce better results for your client. And if you're new here, my name is Max. I run an SMMA, a super niche marketing agency. And on this channel, we explore how to start, run, and grow a successful marketing agency that helps us produce great results for our clients, but also helps us as the entrepreneur to achieve financial, time, and location freedom. But without further ado, let's just dive right into the video where I'm going to show you exactly how to keep your clients for longer. And the first thing I want to talk about is to have clear expectations. And you might think, hey Max, that sounds like a super boring concept, but believe me, this is so important. If you want to get great results for your clients and for yourself in your marketing agency, you have to do the boring work. And a lot of these concepts that I talk about in those videos, they might not be the sexiest concepts out there, but they work in the real world. The real world is not easy and fun and games all the time. It actually requires you to do the boring work to get the results that you want to have, essentially. And one super duper important thing if you want to keep your clients for longer is to set clear expectations. You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver like 99% of all marketing agencies do. They have ads and advertising and VSLs and sales calls that promise the world, and then when they start to work with their clients, it's shit, right? So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is to onboard new clients, and when they start working with you, they are super duper impressed. It's like giving that first impression. You know, when you meet a new person, the first impression is very, very important because that sticks with you, because you kind of judge that person from your first impression. That's kind of how we humans work. And if you want to keep your client for longer, you want to do a great first impression as well. And then you might wonder, okay, but what is the first impression? Well, really, it's everything up until that point that you start the actual service. It's your ads, it's your brand, it's your videos on your website, what you talk about, how you interact with the people on your sales calls, that you understand their problems. It's your presentations that you do for them. It's the actual process when you onboard a new client. What does that process look like? Is it all over the place, or is it actually a thought out professional process when you onboard new clients? So it's pretty much everything up until that point when you actually start the advertising campaign. And that entire journey from first interaction with a new prospect or new potential client until you actually start the campaigns, that can be a while. So you really have to work hard to set those expectations up front and make a great first impression with your client, because that is how you're going to keep them for longer. And I can make more videos when I talk about all of these different specific points, how to actually do the ads, how to do the landing pages, how to do the presentations, which is super duper important when you do sales calls. Normally we like to do like a pitch deck, which works really, really well on the sales calls. How to do the onboarding, what emails do you send, do you do an onboarding survey, do you do an onboarding call, what you do on the onboarding call, how do you communicate with your clients, and so forth. There's a ton of things that to actually dig into here, but the overall concept is just to set clear expectation. Don't overpromise and underdeliver, essentially, but do vice versa. And that takes me to point number 2, that is to actually over-deliver. And over-deliver doesn't have to be results. Obviously, that is the most important thing. When you start the actual advertising campaign, you want to get results for your clients from day one. And the only way to get there really is to run an SMMA, a super niche marketing agency. That's what we do, right? We help residential roofing and solar contractors with Facebook ads mainly. And since we only help that specific client with that specific service, when we onboard a new client, we can just take what is working for all of our other clients and pretty much just import it into our new client to get results immediately. So when we get a new client and launch the campaigns, we get leads and booked appointments from day one, because we know exactly what type of ad to use, what type of images to use. We know exactly what type of body copy to use, how we do the targeting on Facebook, what landing page we use, how to A/B test the landing pages, what follow-ups to do. We know everything so well. So when we onboard a new client, we can get results like that. And when we know that we can get results like that, we can actually promise a ton of things in our advertising and sales as well and still over-deliver. So that's really the point you want to get to over time, because the better you get and the better results you get for your clients consistently, the more you can promise upfront and still over-deliver when you start working with them. But you don't want to fall into the trap that you start out promising a ton of things upfront, and then when they start working with you, they don't get any leads or booked appointments, or they don't get any results at all. If you promise something, you still have to over-deliver. It's super duper important when you start. The third thing I want to talk about is the communication side of things. And the communication that you have with your client can actually be as important, if not even more important, than the actual results that you deliver for them. Especially in the beginning, you know, when you try to sell a new client or when you onboard a new client, you have to show them and give them a taste of what it's like to actually be working with you. Be professional, have everything prepared, be on the ball. If they send you an email, reply back quickly, make them feel understood, make them feel like you actually care about them and reply to their problems or questions or whatever it might be. And then when you actually start working with them, it's even more important to be on the ball and kind of guide them through a process process that is well thought out, especially when you onboard them. Because the way you do communication will help you tremendously to keep your clients for longer. And a tool that I like to use, which makes the communication very easy and super professional, is a tool called Loom. So loom.com. You can go there, sign up for a free account. You can basically record videos on your screen, show yourself via the webcam. You record the video, press stop. That video is getting uploaded to the internet within like 10 seconds. Then you get a link. You can send that over to your client immediately. So if they have a specific question or whatever that might be, instead of sitting there writing out a long email, responding to them, you can just record a Loom video and send that back to them. Because if you do your communication better than all of your competitors, people are going to want to work with you. Because when they ask you a problem, you actually help them with that problem or question, versus another agency that they might email and they have to wait for like a week until they get a response, like a one-liner response. So communication is very important. And then the fourth thing I want to talk about, if you want to have a low churn and keep your clients for longer, is to always scale your business. You never want to be stagnant and stop doing your own advertising and sales. Because here's the thing, some clients are going to stop working with you and you cannot control it. Like sometimes we have clients that we get great results for, and truth be told, I can tell you a story. We just lost one of our clients that we produced the absolute best results for, and we couldn't control the reason why we lost them. They were getting more leads than anybody else, more booked appointments than anybody else. They were selling a ton, they were scaling a ton, and we were just crushing it for them, but we still lost them. And you might be thinking, how can you lose a client that you get great results for? Well, in that specific case, they couldn't handle more business essentially. They lost some salespeople, they got a ton of work, they couldn't handle it more, so they had to stop the advertising. So my point here is that sometimes you are going to lose clients. That's just the way it is. And in the beginning, when you start your social media marketing agency, you're going to take that pretty personal, or at least that's what I did. I took it super personal when I lost a client. I hate to lose, right? I love to win, but I hate to lose. I hate to lose, specifically clients. In the beginning, you can take that very personally, at least I did. So you can be cruising, right? You can be generating $50, $75, $100, $150,000 per month, and then out of the blue, you lose one of your biggest clients and you lose X amount of revenue, right? So to combat that, you constantly want to grow your own agency. You don't want to stop your sales and advertising. So understand that, do your absolute best to not lose clients, produce great results, have a great experience for them, and help them to scale their business, but don't be stagnant, because things change. Everything changes here. So you want to scale your business simultaneously. You always want to be on the ball to get more sales calls for yourself, expand your own business, close more clients, and grow the agency, because things are just going to happen. Some clients are going to leave, because that's just the way the world works essentially. But yeah, I think that's pretty much for this video. If you want to keep your clients for longer, have a low churn, basically set clear expectations, over deliver, have great communication with your clients, and then constantly scale your business. And if you focus on these 4 things, I can promise you that you're going to have a huge competitive edge over your competitors. So if you enjoyed this video and if you want to learn more about how to start, run, and grow a successful marketing agency, subscribe to the channel. I'm posting 2 videos like this every single week and 5 shorts every single week as well. So pretty much a video every single day on this YouTube channel. Like the video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe to the channel. Just do it now. I'm going to scale this channel big. So following along on the journey, and share this video with everybody you know that want to start a social media marketing agency as well, and just let's crush it together. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.